Hello, everybody. David Bayliff, owner and creator of the MobilePT League, mentor, coach, inspiration to a lot of people. Anyhow, this is the Highlight Series show. Welcome. We are waiting for our special guest to come on. Somebody's on. Let's see here. Who could it be? Man, my eyes are all watery. I've been running around. Humid out there. Feels good to be on this ceiling fan, I can tell you that. We just waiting. Kaylee, hello Kaylee, thank you for tuning in. Kelly is watching. Oh, Kelly's my guest. I better bring her own camera. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Adding. I love this adding the pressure. Is she going to add? Is she going to add? Jeremiah, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for watching me over here, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, thanks for watching me on my Thirsty Thursday. Now you're over here. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Bad penny keeps turning up. But I'm everywhere. But thank you for tuning in, Jeremiah. I do appreciate it, brother. Hopefully Kelly's going to be able to come on. It's adding. I don't know. It's adding. Hi, Kaylee. Yeah, Jeremiah, long time no see, man. Where you been? Add me again. You may have to log off, Kelly. Come back in. Let me guess, you have dial-up or something. Is it you have like dial-up internet? Oh, I got a funny feeling it's not gonna let Kelly on. Oh, yes. She's on.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
You. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry to turn my microphone on.
Oh, that's all right. Now, do you see, am I in a big screen or are you in a big screen and I'm in a little screen?
You are in a big screen. I'm in a little screen.
Okay. Let me just see what happens here if I turn it a different way. Let's see what happens. Hold on, everybody. Let's be patient here. Anybody that knows the captain knows that I am not technically inclined. Let's see, that didn't change anything except make me upside down, didn't it?
No, you're good. I can, well.
Oh, you saying I'm good upside down?
Oh, yeah, you look great upside down. No, you were vertical before.
Lordy, I hadn't even started drinking wine yet.
I might have started drinking beer.
Oh, man, Andrew Junak's watching. Now, where are you? You're like frozen.
Can you see me?
There you are, Sarah and Dean. Thanks, Dean. Man, Dean, you saw me on my other channel. Now you're watching me here. My gosh, I'm starting to feel like a celebrity, man. People watch me all over the place. Everybody, David Bayliff, owner creator of the MobilePT League. This is the Highlight Series show. I've got a special guest tonight, Kelly McCormick. She told me don't call her Kelly Brooks McCormick. Call her Kelly McCormick.
You can.
There's a reason that on Facebook she's Kelly Brooks McCormick, because there are two Kelly McCormicks, and she wants you to make sure that you know the right one to tune into, which is her right there in the screen. Everybody, this is a very special occasion because this is Kelly's first Facebook Live. I'm going to just play a little extra music for her for being live for the first time. Hopefully you can hear this.
I'm not one for Facebook. Well, some selfies are okay, but this is new for
Michael's
me.
watching, Dean's stalking me. Everybody, Kelly, thank you so much. I know you got small kids, and they're probably going to burst into the room any moment now. So thank you for giving me your time.
No,
very gracious.
it's all good. They don't have school tomorrow, so they're up playing with Daddy. They're all good. I got the door locked.
You know, like for those who know Nicole Tatro, she was talking about like her daughter was saying, "Oh, we just had open house." Like, my kid's been in school for 2 months. What are you guys doing up there in the Northeast?
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, they have a 4-day weekend. They've got Teachers Institute, and then they've got Columbus Day on Monday. So,
let me tell you something. Month of September, my kids do not have one single full week of school for the whole month of September. 'cause it's,
Seriously,
it's
why?
like, it's like, the janitor's dog's birthday. I mean, you name it.
David, you just took a drink of water, and I'm going to take a drink of my beer.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's been a long week.
Oh, Lord. Do you have any wine? Oh, can you pour me some of that vodka? That skinny vodka stuff? Please?
Yeah, don't make me
Oh,
look
girl.
bad. Join me, please.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I had to. I'm
No,
having
it's
this,
all good.
I'm having this situation rectified.
Yes, join me, please.
You know what? I just did another show. It was full of energy. I got to hydrate before I funate, okay?
Before you funate. Can you hear me all right?
Did you say something?
Shut up.
Listen, while I'm waiting for my lovely, lovely, beautiful wife to bring me a beverage, because I hate to see a lady drink alone, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you're up there in Illinois, and
Yeah.
how did you become a physical therapist? I mean,
well, first off, this is a Bud Light sponsored video.
excellent.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just commented that. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself and where I am and how I got there. So my name is Kelly McCormick. Ooh, that looks good.
Yes.
Does that say brachioradialis?
Working on my brachioradialis. This is courtesy of Physio Memes.
I need that.
And Drew Trant and Physio Memes. Give them a shout out. And this is not
awesome.
vino tonight. No, this is, what's it called? Cucumber mint. Well, cucumber mint vodka.
Looks delicious.
Oh, this.
Okay, so my name
like
is.
Kool-Aid.
Be careful.
We're gonna be. You know what? You know that dance I was doing earlier? We might be doing that by the end of the show. Hey, Aaron.
So my name is Kelly McCormick, and I've been a physical therapist for 10 years. I graduated from Maryville University in St. Louis in 2008. So I live in Illinois, but I'm more in like the St. Louis area versus everyone assumes it's Chicago, but it's St. Louis.
Okay.
So I graduated in 2008, and I worked outpatient orthopedic primarily for many years. And I have 3 kids. I have 3 boys, actually. My twins are 8, and we also have a 4-year-old. And so my life is pretty insane. It's pretty.
Well, it cracks me up.
Busy.
You're like 25 years old too. That's
what yeah, I'm 25.
Yes.
I'm totally
by
25.
By the way, Jeremiah, yes, tonight's show is sponsored by Bud Light on Kelly's end.
Yes, it is.
On my end, it's sponsored by Physio Memes, working on my brachioradialis. We're dual sponsorship. We're spreading the love to everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 kids and.
Yep. I've got 3 kids. I'm married. I've been married for 9, almost 10 years. And it's been kind of a crazy ride for me.
Right.
So I worked at an outpatient orthopedic clinic for many years. And after baby number 3 was born, I was just, to say burnt out would be an understatement.
Well, you were already a PT at this point.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to say like you were burnt out from having kids, so you thought you'd go to PT school.
No.
Oh, okay.
Heck no. No way. That'd be insane.
It's good vodka right there.
So I graduated PT school. I got married. I had twins. I was working through all that. Life was crazy. And then, of course, let's have another kid because that,
why not?
That sounds smart. So baby number 3 came, and I was working 11, 12-hour days every day. I had a long commute. I was just burnt out, to say the least. And so, I always knew that there was maybe something a little bit, and I don't mean to sound conceited, but just something special about what I was able to do with people that maybe was different.
Honest. Let's call it
yeah,
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good at what I do. I'm good. I know my shit, and I care about people, and I think that comes across pretty clearly whenever I meet people. So I don't know. I just always knew that there was something kind of underlying that I could do that was special. And I heard about cash-based PT probably 5 or 6 years ago, and it was you were nuts. If you wanted to do that, you were.
That's crazy.
I mean,
That's crazy talk.
It's a big risk. But I'm like, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you do cash-based PT? It just makes sense. You can treat one patient at a time. You can give them your full attention. It just made full sense to me.
Sure,
and
sure.
I was just so burnt out from treating, and I was pretty lucky at the clinic that I worked at for many years, but I knew that I had more potential. And then I took this job that I thought was going to be my dream job. I'd manage my own clinic, and it turned out to be a freaking disaster. I hated it. We were on two different ethical levels. They were asking me to do things that I just did not feel comfortable with. And I told my husband, I'm not staying here any longer. I am done.
Right.
I'm not going to work for these people and make them rich driving Maseratis and shit. Like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was done. So
if you don't build your own dreams, somebody will hire you to build theirs.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
And that's
Amanda
true.
says hello,
and
by the way.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
You were
Everybody say hi to Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Aaron
you
loves
are
your
frozen
reason for making a change. That was a lot of why I made my change as well, is that I was, being kind of encouraged that, hey, if you make that person coming in for the bunionectomy, do just 3 more exercises, this is how it can impact your bonus. That's how I can make more money, is to impact my bonus.
Yeah, and to me, I like to sleep at night, and I like to treat people the way that I would want my family members treated, the way that I would want my best friend treated, the way that I would want treated.
Right.
And to me, that was more of a business plan than a treatment plan.
You like to sleep at night. I wanted to actually go home at night.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
So,
yeah.
So you quit the job, and I think you went into working some insurance for a while.
Yeah. So I took a job doing, and y'all might kind of cringe at this a little bit, but it actually turned out to be fine. I started doing insurance reviews for approval of PT visits, and everybody thought that was the dark side, but that was my way of kind of transitioning. I could get out of my non-compete clause, which I know a lot of you probably have, and that's kind of scary to try to find a job whenever these companies, these corporations are trying to keep you away from working anywhere close to their clinics. So what that allowed me to do was to make it through my non-compete clause without getting sued, essentially. So I was able to work, was able to make decent money, but it also allowed me to start my side hustle. So my cash-based practice it started out of nowhere. Like it just started out of, I work out at a gym. It's not a CrossFit gym, but we do weights and, kind of functional stuff, boxing, circuit training, things like that. So I essentially started out just talking to friends like, hey, you've got this knee pain. I can help you fix that. And it just kind of snowballed from there. So it just slowly started, and people were like, well, I want more of a personal experience versus going to some assembly line clinic where they're going to walk me in, they're going to put me on a bike, and then they're going to have their assistant or their tech walk me through all my exercises, and they don't care. They don't care if you're doing it right. Everybody does the same stuff. So I was kind of, it was almost like a hot commodity to have somebody actually look at you and assess your functional movement versus just be like, oh, well, your knee hurts. Well, let's do some quad sets and hamstring stretch and put some ice and stim on you, and let's do an ultrasound. Like, I didn't do any of that. Like, we did stuff that was actually going to help them. And it just sort of snowballed into, well, why don't I kind of run with this? Like, cash-based seemed a little far-fetched, and honestly, everyone thought that it was crazy for me to start my own business. But I'm like, you know what? My heart just keeps dragging me to this. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what feels right. And I think a lot of people are out there feeling that way. They feel like they can't treat their patients the way that they want to.
Sure, sure.
And this is a great way to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
So that's
And,
kind of what brought me to this point.
yeah,
So here I am.
And we're by no means, a lot of people who are in this group do take insurance. We're not poo-pooing insurance.
No, not at all.
Kelly had her reasons for being cash. I had my reasons for being cash. That's just how it is. I mean,
yeah, and I totally see the reasons for people doing for taking insurance, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I treat a lot of athletes, and a lot of my patients are kind of on the cusp of what is medically necessary.
Right.
So for me, it makes more sense.
Sure.
To go ahead and just do cash based because you could submit it to your insurance company, and then people like me that were doing insurance reviews would look at the file and say, well, this is return to sport, so this is not covered under your insurance plan. So
I worked one job I worked in a clinic, which, by the way, for Amanda, Aaron, JT, Celia, who just joined us, we have dual sponsorship for tonight's highlight series show. From my end, it's Physio Memes. Okay, it's Physio Memes. And from Kelly's end, her sponsor is Bud Light. So
Bud Light.
If you want to enjoy whatever, JT probably enjoy like some, I don't know, Hawaiian punch or something. But that's okay. If you want to enjoy a drink with us, that's totally fine.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
hey, can you see me? I'm like, you're
right
frozen.
there.
You're frozen. You're totally. All I see is your face like this.
Oh, that's a good look for me. You're lucky. No, but no, I see you totally fine. Oh my gosh, we got Anthony Maritato watching now. Now we better start behaving.
Oh, it's big time now.
But no, I was the same way. I one time, one of my jobs I had was in a clinic that really targeted endurance athletes. So like you said, you work with athletes, and a lot of their things are to get back to sport, which isn't covered by insurance. One of the first clients I had in this clinic, he comes in and he's like, yeah, I get this back pain. Okay, when's it hurt? Well, it hurts at about 132 miles on the bike. Well, how do I justify him the insurance to be in the clinic?
They're not going to cover it. That's cash based. That's elective.
Anyhow, so now you do a hybrid of, you have a clinic and you do some mobile, correct?
Yeah, so I started out as mobile. So I've been doing mobile cash-based practice for about 2.5 years. And like I said, it just kind of started out with like 1 or 2 people, and it's just kind of snowballed into something quite a bit bigger. And I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm treating all of these athletes. I need a place to set down roots and a place to call home. So as of October 1st, I placed some roots. I got an office. So I have my own private room inside of a hockey training. Yeah, inside of a hockey training facility.
Like fresh sod.
Yeah. So I'm really excited.
I'm going to use your term that you texted to me earlier today, so I don't want anybody to get offended and thinking that I'm okay. This is her words. Okay. Not only is she a Facebook Live virgin, but she's also,
yes, I am.
You're still kind of a virgin of being on your own.
I am. I mean, yeah, it really is. I mean, I've been doing mobile practice for a couple years, but to actually, sign a lease and have a space and have a place to call my own, it's really, really a big deal. I'm really excited, and I treat a lot of athletes. I'm within a hockey facility, but I treat a lot of golfers. I'm TPI certified, and I treat a lot of people who lift weights, who do circuit training, things like that. So I can incorporate a lot of we've got squat racks, we've got dumbbells, we've got turf for people to run, we've got all kinds of space. But then I've got my private room, so I can close the door and we can do some soft tissue work. It's really,
you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Can I come work for you?
Yeah, come on over.
All right. I don't have.
Come on up to St. Louis.
I don't have to be a St. Louis Cardinals fan, though, do
I? That's a requirement. We don't allow outsiders. No, I'm just kidding. Where are you? Arizona?
Arizona.
Are you Diamondbacks fan?
You've known me for 5 hours and you don't know where I live?
Well, I just assumed. Maybe you're from New York. I
Well,
don't
no,
know. Maybe you're a
actually,
Yankees
I'm
fan.
from North Carolina.
Aren't they playing tonight?
I'm from North Carolina. Or the Car.
I don't want to talk about it. The Cardinals are out.
My
I don't want
my
to talk about it.
Arizona Cardinals
Next year.
football,
Next
they're
year.
already out. So, but you know what
Already?
what
Already?
we suck. We suck.
Yeah.
Cardinals need to be drinking some of this, working on their brachioradialis is what they need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
I wish I could see you. I can't see you. Like, you're just frozen. I can't see you.
Really?
Yeah.
Trust me, that's a good thing for you. Now, listen, I kind of built up the show a little bit to pique some interest because this is a big
Yes.
week for you.
Yes.
First Facebook Live, but you just opened up at a physical location. There are a lot of people in this group, a lot of people watching now who are you've taken that jump, and there are a lot of people who are still standing on the ledge, kind of nervous, and so they want to hear from someone who just jumped. What was it like taking the jump? What were things that kind of scared you? What were things that were barriers that kind of made you question yourself?
I mean, this has been a long time coming for me. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I have 3 small kids. I mean, my twins are 8 and my youngest is 4.
Mm-hmm.
My barrier was fear and finances. I have to keep a roof over their head. I have to have a reliable vehicle to get our family around. We have to eat. I have a boatload of student loans that I still pay. Yes, I've been out of school for 10 years, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but you started when you were 16, so.
Yeah, I did.
School.
I started when I was 16. Yeah.
Because you're only like 25 to 26 now,
I'm
right?
20. I'm 26. Yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah, but I mean, those are my main. That was the main holdup. It was fear.
Right.
And finances. So one thing that I would tell people is, if this is something that keeps nagging at your gut, that your heart keeps pulling you to this, why are you fighting it? You can't make decisions based on fear, because if this is what you're supposed to be doing, it's gonna work. It has to work, and you have to surround yourself with people who are on board. And sometimes the people that you think would be most supportive, they don't get it. They don't get the entrepreneurial spirit, and that's okay. I mean, that's fine. But what you have to do is find your tribe, find people that kind of help water what you've planted and help it grow. Because if you don't do it, I mean, you've got all of this potential that is lost. So, I mean, for me, I was making decisions based on fear for the last 10 years, really. I really have been. I was miserable. If I look back, I was miserable. I was working my ass off for shitty pay. I mean, we were not poor, but we weren't ahead by any means. It's been our noses are barely above water, and we're okay, but I'd like to be comfortable.
Sure.
So,
or at least
we were making,
if you're going to be treading water, you might as well enjoy what you're treading, right?
Right, exactly. So, I was making decisions based on fear, and I think that that's maybe the main thing is, once you kind of let go of those things that are holding you back, and surround yourself with people that see your potential, that can kind of feed it and water it, that's a huge thing. So in the last probably 6 months or so, I have met some really crucial people in my life that have really helped me figure out what I want to do, and kind of dig me out of this hole that I was in, because that's what I was doing. I had this part-time job, and it was my safety net, and I met my primary mentor. I actually met him at Titleist Performance Institute whenever I was getting certified up in Chicago, and he's like, "Why are you doing this? Like, you have all of this potential, and you've got this little safety net job, but really, is it your safety net job, or is it more of a ceiling now than anything?" And to me, that resonated huge.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it was my safety net, but it also became my ceiling. You can only do so much. And if you're not putting your full energy into something, you're not going to get your full potential out of it. So to me, that was a huge thing that he had said, that I think about it every day. Every single day I think about that. So you never know who you're going to run into that's going to totally change your mindset, that's going to change your life. So create your tribe, get people to surround you that light you up inside, that make you feel, excited about what you're doing that day, make you feel like, you know what, I know I'm badass at my job, but
Own
there
it.
are other people that notice that too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there are other people that notice that, and you can give that to other people. Yeah, they have to pay for it, but if it's something that's important to them, then they will invest in their health. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Angel, just so you know, we are enjoying a little bit of beverage tonight. So, but you bring up a
Angel,
good.
where's your wine?
That's right. You.
I love Angel. She's my friend.
Oh, she's awesome. She's awesome, man. She's a great airport picker upper too. Let me tell you. Um, but you brought up a good point. That was like actually what I think I did a quick live earlier in the week, is that there's never going to be a shortage of people to tell you what you can't do. And I
Yeah.
just, for those who are afraid to, they're thinking about taking the leap, and as they make it, I just want everybody to understand that you're gonna have those naysayers out there, and you just as long as you are prepared for that, knowing that not everybody is going to be like, "Woo, yeah, way to go, Anthony! I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you, Angel. I'm so happy for you."
Yeah,
It's a
and it's the
bummer. It's a
people that,
pisser.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a pisser.
And it's oftentimes people that you think should be
Right.
cheering you on, but really they're thinking about your best interest, and that's great and that's understandable, but
Right.
you have to follow your gut
Follow your
ultimately.
gut. Yep. Follow your
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
I saw like a graduation speech from Jim Carrey, and he was talking about his dad.
Mhm.
And he
Yeah.
said, I'd rather, he was kind of angry at his dad because his dad wasn't doing what he really wanted to do. And he said,
Mhm.
why? I learned that no matter what you do, you could fail. So you might as well fail at doing something that you love rather than
Right.
failing at something that you can't stand,
Mhm.
So
And life is really freaking short.
it's real
So
short. I mean, it's
why
already
you don't have to
October.
be miserable.
It's already
I know it's
October.
already October. Yeah, 2018 is almost over. Like
Thanksgiving is
why
next month.
waste? Mhm. Why
Costco's
waste
had
time?
Christmas stuff out for a month and a half. I don't even have my Halloween
Jeez.
candy, and they're pushing Christmas on me.
Ah, jeez. Costco.
Take another
Well,
sip of
and
my
another
Skinny
thing,
Girl vodka.
are you drinking Skinny Girl?
Well, no, it's not. It's not Skinny Girl. It's. Babe, what's this called? It's I don't know. It's Skinny something. It's some. You know what? It's made. It's sold only in California and Arizona, and like I don't know, New Mexico. I was going to say Utah, but they don't really are too keen on drinking in Utah. This is some good.
Yeah.
This is. Can I say shit? This is some good shit right here.
Just say shit. Just say shit. It makes you
This is
feel better.
some good stuff. I mean,
Don't, hey, if you
this does
censor
not
yourself
burn.
around me,
And you know
no,
what? This is
no, it doesn't
for those
burn.
people that are what are those special, like I don't know, not ketos or whatever kind of diets. Like
I
this is
don't,
like
I
it
don't know.
complies with those diets, but it doesn't burn. I mean, I could just sit
Yeah.
here like I'm just imagining like Anthony Maritato and myself just sitting here just all day. And then Dean Volt coming up going, "What you boys doing?" "Oh, we're having some vodka all day." And then, of course, Angel over there with her bottle.
Angel. Where's
We
Kaylee?
love you, Angel. You're awesome. You're freaking awesome.
I
So,
wish I could see your fit. Like you're still frozen. Why are you
oh,
still
well,
frozen? I don't
it's
know.
probably, you
I don't
probably
know.
have T-Mobile
Whatever.
or something. But,
No, I don't.
yeah, Celia, it's Thirsty Thursday, Celia. At least,
It is Thirsty
hey, I got a
Thursday.
question for everybody. For everybody else whose name is not Kelly McCormick, am I frozen to you guys? I'm just curious because she can't see me. which is good for her. But
Well, you're making quite a lovely face on this frozen screen. I'll have to screenshot it for you.
don't worry, I'm sure that
I'm doing it.
Anthony Maritato is going to be screenshotting my face at the right moment and sending it to me. So,
Listen,
how did you get over those fears? How did you get over those fears?
Okay, so it was a struggle. Honestly, I have talked to a lot of people. I hired a coach. And talked to my mentor, and those two people were really influential. So talking to a coach was really, really huge for me. Changing my mindset. So I started doing some exercises to kind of change my mindset. And really, honestly, what has totally changed my mindset is a mindset of gratitude. So every day, for me, what I do is, and anybody can do this, and you could pick a different spot to do this, but every day whenever I sit down in my car, I'll put my hands on the steering wheel and just be present in that moment and kind of practice some mindful thoughts. So I'll feel my feet on the floorboard. I'll feel my butt on the seat. I'll feel my back on the seat. I'll feel the steering wheel in my hands. And at that moment, I'm just present. I'm just aware of my surroundings. And at that point, I think of 10 things that I am absolutely grateful for. They can be the simplest, they can be the biggest thing, but it just starts my day to just feel just gratitude and abundance. And that has changed my mindset immensely. So that's something that I would encourage everybody to do every single day, because I know it sounds silly, but if you do that for 2-3 weeks in a row, every single day, you will be blown away how differently your mind is wired. So I went from, oh, I have to go to work every day and I hate my job and I'm exhausted and, life is hard, to things aren't that bad. Like, I got it pretty good. And you make the best of every single day, and you make the best of your situation, and you have these freaking badass skills. Why aren't you using them? Put them to good use. So, that's just something that really helped me overcome my fears.
Yeah.
And then my other mentor, my other coach, he gave me a lot of tough love and really has helped me kind of whip my ass into shape. And he saw this potential. He was just somebody that we were just instant friends. As soon as I met him, it was just like, I'm supposed to know you. I don't know why, but I'm supposed to know you. So pay attention to those little gut feelings whenever you meet these people online. Yeah, like whenever you meet these people online, or whenever you meet somebody at a course, or whenever it is, you don't know how it may change your life.
Yeah.
Because they may give you just this little tidbit of information that might completely change the way that the course of your career. So that's kind of what has happened to me. So That's how I kind of got over my fears, is people that just by chance came into my life and have helped me. So
that's awesome. And I love when you meet somebody and you just know right off the bat, it's just like, okay,
oh yeah,
we got a romance going here,
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, just good energy, just instant connection, instant friendship. Right. Pay attention to those things, because you just don't know how that could change just the trajectory of your entire career, your entire life. So
now
so that's
your day 4 of having your gig in the gym, correct?
Yes. Well, I was in California for the first day.
Oh.
And then the second day, I had a funeral and it was my birthday. So really it's Happy day birthday. 2.
Well, anyway, I know it's been it's been so long. It's been so long.
2 days.
2 days. And that 2 days.
Yeah.
Do you look back at your fears and apprehensions, and do you look back at that now and kind of go, hee hee?
Oh, completely. I walked in the door and I'm like, this is my new life. Yeah. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm going to help the people that want to be helped. This is where I'm going to build my career.
Yep. Share your gift.
Yeah,
Share
exactly.
your gift. We all have, all you people out there,
Yeah.
you all have gifts. Share it. Share your gift.
Yeah.
You know, that when I started doing my mobile business, literally my first day, it was the end of the day. I was driving home and I said out loud, "You have just become unemployable." And that was a good feeling.
Yeah, I know. I mean, ultimately, whatever happens from here on out, it's totally up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I wanted to say before we go on is you create your own internal environment. If your thoughts, your feelings become your reality. So if you feel like shit every day, your life is going to turn out like shit.
They're gonna be shit.
If you look at the possibilities, if you look at the positives, if you look at all the good stuff that, you know, the just invaluable knowledge that you have, if you look at it that way, your life will start to take that path versus the negative path. And I think that's just really important to just realize that your thoughts and your feelings, that will be your reality. So talk to yourself nicely. You know, make it a point, even if you feel crappy one day, make it a point to turn it around. Do that gratitude challenge where you sit down and you just think about 10 things that just make you happy, that you're just so glad that you have in your life. You know, it just changes changes your aura, you know?
Yeah. And find your tribe, because your tribe is going to help you to keep that feeling going.
Exactly. Yeah, you need those people to help keep you lit up inside. Like, find the people that light you up inside, that make you feel so freaking good.
Yeah.
Because all the negative Nancy's, they're gonna suck the life out of you, and then you're gonna be like,
yeah. I'm gonna tell you, there are more.
most of them.
I hate to say it, there are a lot more negative Nancy's out there, Debbie Downers, than there are, you know, winners in this group right here. So
I know.
So find your tribe.
I agree.
You got one tribe right here. It's awesome.
Awesome. Well, and that's why I like this group so much. And I've, you know, like, I met Angel and Kaylee on the female entrepreneurs group. You know, like I told you, my coach, from TPI, you know, it just changes your world whenever you surround yourself with the right folks.
That's right.
You know?
Yep. And for those watching, a lot of people watching have reached out to somebody, but if you haven't, or if you're catching this on the replay over on the Hallmark channel later on tonight, you know, make sure you're reaching out to us. You know, reach out. I tell you what.
Yeah.
If you haven't,
do.
If you haven't talked to this girl right here, just Kelly McCormick, girl right here, man, you got to reach out to her. We spoke for the first time, like, I don't know what, like 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I tell you what, I mean, I will tell you, I hung up the phone feeling like I've known this girl my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
reach
for
out
sure.
to people like that. You know, if you feel like listening to a bunch of goofy BS, reach out to me. But reach out to somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing for people that want to start their own, whether it's mobile, whether it's cash PT, whether it's, you know, whatever your niche is, being genuine is just, you cannot fake anything.
Absolutely.
Just be yourself. Just, you know, if you care about people, just care about people. Just do that.
People.
Like, don't put on this act.
Don't
like
be afraid.
You know,
don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Do not put on any masks. Just be yourself. Be fun. People like good energy.
They do.
Like, it's just fake energy will come across. For most people, it will come across really quickly. So just be yourself and do what you do and do it well, and do it the best you can that day. And some days you might have an off day, but really just being genuine is really huge.
And people will know, you know, I think it was Monday, this past Monday, I was at a client's house, and I've been working with her and her husband for 4 years now. And I had a lot on my mind, and, you know, she's 90 years old. I had a lot on my mind, and she asked me. She's like, "Are you okay today?" I'm
She
like,
knew it.
"Yeah." She knew it. So people know. That's why you have to try to
Yeah.
come in, and you kind of do a mind check before you walk in the door and say, "All right, it's showtime. Let's go."
Yeah.
Because people are going
Yep.
to know. But people want that positive energy. They want that energy that you bring. And if it's the first couple of times with somebody, they're gonna feel that. But if they've been with you for 4 years, now you're family, and they're gonna say, "Yo, dude, what's up, man?" But that's why we do what we do. And don't be
Yep.
afraid. Don't be afraid to be a human being with
Yeah.
your clients. That's what they want.
Yep. Yeah, they don't want to come into a busy clinic where nobody pays attention to them. They check in, they hop on a bike, they lay on heat, and they're like, okay, do some bridges.
Right.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Come in. How are you today? Like, really, how are you feeling? And I've seen Angel making some posts about stress and mindset and things like that.
Angel
I think
just
it's
drinks
really
wine.
important. I know Angel drinks. It makes everybody feel better. But just really checking on your patients more than just physically, but checking on them mentally and making sure that because mental stress, emotional stress has a lot to do with how they're going to perform physically. So just really care about your people and be genuine about it. No fake stuff.
And you brought up a good point that made me just think of something, and that's
what?
Well, hold on, lightning bolts coming down.
Oh.
When someone calls one of us, who a lot of us are mobile, or maybe we're just mobile as a side gig, side hustle, whatever. Some of us, we have a physical location, but when people call us, even if they're not ready to buy, they don't realize this, but they're calling you because they want something different. They may not realize it yet, but they're calling you because they want something different. They may not be able to identify yet some can, but they may not identify yet that I don't want to go to the place where the routine is I walk in, first thing I do is I get hot pack and E-stim, and then I hop on the bike, and then, they want something different. So be different. Don't be afraid to be different.
A lot of people come to me as their last resort. They have been through the assembly line numerous times and nothing, it works they feel a little bit better, but long term they don't feel better. And that's whenever they come to me, whenever they're really ready to invest in long term getting to the root of the issue.
Right.
That's whenever they come see somebody like us. So,
yeah,
just know that you're valuable and know that you are different than, just the giant corporation that only cares about money. Like if you are doing what we're doing, you're in it to help people. So don't let go of that.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. Listen, I know I've kept you way too long. Your kids probably want mom to come read them a bedtime story. Again. I'm gonna be honest. It's National Taco Day, and I can smell my tacos downstairs waiting on me. So
I didn't have tacos today. Dang it!
Jealous? Don't be hating.
I love tacos.
Don't be hating. I love tacos, man.
I'm coming to your house. I'll be there in I don't know, how long does it take to fly there?
Well, I don't know, fly there about 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 hours.
Any last tidbit of advice for particularly for those, because you just made the jump, for those people who they're standing on that edge and they're still, maybe they kind of tinkled a little bit, they're a little nervous. Any last words of advice for that person to go ahead and just jump? Do a cannonball.
You will know when it's the right time. That's my tidbit of advice. It's not the right time for everybody to just jump. So if it's not the right time, it's not the right time, but you will know. I just got to a point where I'm like, I felt like my insides were going to explode if I didn't do this.
Yeah.
And so listen to your heart, listen to your gut. It may take a while before you feel like you're ready to jump, and that's okay. If you want to do some PRN, if you want to do some insurance reviews like I did, and I'm finishing that up right now, but you will know when it's the right time to leap, and when it's the right time, your whole heart will be in it.
Yep.
And you cannot fail. If your whole heart is in it, you can't fail. So
You're right.
listen to your gut. Do it when it's right for you.
I'm glad, you brought up a good point, because sometimes, even though it's what you want to do, sometimes it's not the right time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I would have loved to have done it 2-3 years ago, but I had 4-year-old twins and a newborn. That wasn't a good time. That just wasn't a good time.
right.
And now they're getting older. Everybody can wipe their own butts. Now's a good time.
Daddy likes that.
Yes.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of things to think about of making the jump, but I think for also one thing, if you get to the point where the only thing you can ask yourself of what's holding you back is, am I afraid to grow? Then that's when it's probably the right time to make the jump. If that's the only thing that you're afraid, I mean, yeah, I know there's concern about insurance, providing for the family, all that stuff.
Sure.
But for yourself, if the main thing is like, am I afraid to grow? Then you need to go jump, right? And David Hertzberg knows, he just jumped recently.
Yep.
Now he's flying high. He's loving life. Man, he's doing the happy dance because he jumped.
Yep.
So, but just take a step each day.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to take a step into the darkness for the pathway to light up. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what the hell you're doing. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out every single day.
Yep.
And every day gets a little easier. Every day makes more sense. A lot of I did all of this by myself. All of it. Like I have literally built it from scratch. And that's something you can really be proud of whenever you look back in a couple years and you think, holy shit, how many people can do this? Not everybody's built for it. Yep. And if you're not, that's okay. But if it's something that you just can't let go of, and you think, I've got all this potential and it's just being held in, like, just let it go. Just do it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Yeah. You said something earlier, and that was something I tell people all the time, man. If you just believe in yourself, if you have passion about what you do, if you've got grit, and y'all finished PT school and passed the exam, so you got grit, just have some patience. You're not going to fail.
Yep.
You're not going to fail. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that you got to go back to a job for a little bit.
Yeah. And sometimes you just need to reset, recharge your batteries, and get back to it. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly.
Hey, everybody.
Am I still frozen?
I hope you are still frozen, but I hope that your day is as nice as your butt.
Oh, and your butt? Oh, hey.
Not your butt, everyone's butt, not just yours. I just love that saying. Every day I look at it. I'm in my bedroom, so every day I look at it, and it just makes me smile. So
I love it. Hey, thank you so much. I know I've kept you like 20 minutes beyond what I promised you, but I'll send you a little bit extra. I'll put more in the check that I send you. So thank you very much. And everybody, thank you for watching the highlight series.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
This Kelly McCormick is awesome. If you ever get a chance, hop on the phone with her, because she's just a cool chick, man. She's a cool chick. I love her to death. And she's going to be on with the what's that? The
It's a female. Oh my gosh.
I can't say that. I'm from the South.
Femalepreneur.
Yeah, I get tongue
can't
twisted.
say it. Angel, help me out here.
She's gonna be awesome.
Femalepreneurs.
Yeah,
PTs. So
make sure to catch her there. That's what, tomorrow?
No, it's next Wednesday night.
Yeah, you're going from like, I've never done a live, to now you're just making the circuit.
I know. I'm just gonna have to start making my own live videos, I guess.
There you go. Well, everybody, again, it's National Taco Day. I'm going to go get me some tacos. Tomorrow's Friday. We all know what we do on Fridays. That's right. We kick it up a notch. Kelly, thank you. We'll talk soon.
Thank you for having me. And if anybody has any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to share any